Hi guys, Freaky Fishka here with another video from Locals. Today we're joined by Ben, who is showcasing Infernity, a deck that I love and have not seen in ages. Ben's made it modern, I've seen it in action, it's pretty nutty. I lost to it earlier for some friendly games, so yeah, Ben, take it away.
So obviously it's Infernity, it's a bit of a hit and miss at the moment. It's a mixture between some dangers, some Infernity cards, some just generic good stuff. So obviously getting into the Infernity part of the list, we play one of the Mirage. So I see a lot of people play two. I don't think it's needed at two. It's just like another launcher. If they banish it, you don't really care. You can bring it back with Levy. You can do loads of things with it. So we play one of those. So we play obviously, sadly, the one Archfiend, still at one Konami, put it at 3 please, or at least give me back another launcher.
It's weird to think how long these cards have now been banned, or sorry, limited, but yeah.
Oh, I know, it's absolutely, it's bonkers how even today it still does stuff. So we play 2 Necromancer. I know a lot of people like to play the 1 Necromancer. For me, it's just a preference to play 2. I like mid-combo, pulling another one up, making a Yugioh, specialing it, and then getting another plus. It's just a way for you to fish for more pluses. It's also not a terrible normal summon. So if you are forced to normal summon it, it can still do things. Obviously being level 3, making Cherubini, not bad.
Yep.
Next we play 1 Avenger, 1 Wildcat and 1 Patriarch. They're just part of the combo really. You've got 2 tuners, so you get either one off of Hulk, or you use this as a level 3 to make Levy in it, or you can turn it into a 4 with a Patriarch to make a Savage, and then obviously when you're playing stuff like Yugioh, being a way to put 4 tokens or counters onto a Savage is kind of funny. Also, the best bit about these two is when you've got your Infernity monster that's an attack left on the field, you can protect it from battle with this one. So basically they have to hit into it twice, and if they still get over it with a 3rd attack, your Avenger will summon itself from the grave. So next it's the Danger Package. So we're playing a lot of one-offs, pretty just the way it is. So we play 1 Jack, 1 Soup, 1 Mothman, 1 Shoot, 1 Nessie, 1 Thunderbird, and 1 Bigfoot. So they're all really just a way to toolbox the deck. So Revive, Ditch 1, Special, they're just generically good cards. These are kind of like if you're forced to go second, you can kind of push with them. Again, this is just free cards.
You gotta remember they're all upstarts as well, so that you're never like gonna brick on dangers. That's just not a thing that happens. So
yeah. And being dark as well, for other cards in the deck, it's pretty funny. We next play 1 Harris, 1 Rhino Warrior, and 2 Stygian. Normally people play 1 Stygian. I like to. It's just a way to extend with all the discarding you've got with your dangers, with certain spells in the deck. It just makes it easier. Your Fiendish Rhino is normally to send your Harris because you can't send Harris for cost. And your Harris is your way to search your Archfiend. It's just another copy of Archfiend in the deck, so it's like we're technically playing 2.
So you can basically search the Harris off of Cherubini by sending the Rhino's and Harris add.
So you
Archfiend.
can either do it that way, or you can just find another way to send it that's not obviously cost.
Yeah.
And then obviously the last monster we play is 3 Tour Guide. Tour Guide is the hand trap bait. Basically, it's your way to just start Cherubini.
Yeah.
It's either a free Cherubini or a Levianeer. It's basically a free link to. At worst, it's a free link to, so it can be anything from a Nightmare to IP.
Yeah.
So now moving on to the spells, there's a lot of ones. This deck is just literally the deck of one-offs. Kind of funny. So we have our Sad 1 launcher, probably one of my most favourite cards of the deck. Konami, please give us some more. It's less broken than the Archfiend. So the problem with these two being at 1 is you'd rather the launcher back first before the Archfiend. Archfiend does all the problems, launcher is just the one that kind of pushes the problems. So it makes you extend, basically.
Do you reckon if this card came back to like 2 or 3? Do you reckon if this card came back to 2 or 3, it would be a relevant deck?
I don't think it would be highly relevant. I think it would just be, it's kind of like when we got trying to think. When we got barrage put to 1, if we had barrage put back to 3, it'd be kind of like that.
Oh, okay.
So it's relevant, but it won't make it
Meta.
It's just something.
It would do better at locals.
Yeah, basically. It'll make the deck be able to go through more hand traps, basically.
Yeah.
So we play the one Foolish Burial is just to send anything. It's just a free extender. The card destruction, again, when you've got so many cards that discard, you get effects from it. It's just fun. The one Upstart and the one Into the Void. Just generic draw cards that just push you further. This is really funny because if you're forced to end with a card because of Barricade Wall Blocker, it will discard it.
Yep.
So you're never stuck behind stuff when you've got this. Also, it just means you can fill up your hand on purpose and then set your board up, fill up your hand, try and dig for stuff with Yugioh. It kind of gives you a way to dig with Yugioh and not be fretted with being stuck with cards in hand, so you can't activate your cards. And then for more of the freeos, we play 3 Drag Down. Again, it's just to kind of mitigate the hand trap problems, mitigate Nibiru and stuff like that.
And it's a -1.
Yeah, it's probably a really good -1. It gives you knowledge of people's hands, so you know what to play around as well. One of the next good -1s is the Dark Lord Dealings. It's a way for you to basically play more Mothman without playing Mothman. So you're not filling your hand with dangers that you can't use. These, if you draw multiple, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not once per turn.
It's
either.
also a way to get knowledge, which, you know, some people, they have good hands, they search things. If it's like the last card left in their hand, you let them draw, you get to see what they're going through. It's fine. And then obviously to pair off with like the whole 3 axis, we'll play the 3 Allure. Allure just, you know, more digging through the deck. Most of your stuff's dark. I think you've got like 2 Earths, and that's about it.
Yeah.
One of the newer cards that is absolutely wonderful is Void Apocalypse.
I like this card. I like this card a lot.
Unlike Yu-Gi-Oh!
Unintentionally was meant for the Infernity, but it works really well. It's a way to, if you open, say, for example, a Stygian or a Rhino, it's a way for you to send that and then send another Fiend. It can work on any card, it's not just monster, so if you've got dead spell or traps in your hand, you can get rid of them.
It's a discard Foolish Burial.
Yeah,
While
basically.
in itself getting another card out of your hand because it's a spell.
Yeah, so it's the best way to think of it is like it's a double foolish.
Yeah.
Because you kind of want to. So the problem with the deck is you want to play with no hand. So you need to get a way to Archfiend and then a way to no cards in hand at the same time. So this kind of just speeds that up for you. And then one of the regrets for today is I only played 2 barriers. Because obviously you don't really want to play traps. You want kind of just combo pieces. You don't want to be stuck with these in hand. It's fine because you can set it, but
they won't get you anywhere.
Yeah, you'd rather it be a card that can get you somewhere. So, to be fair, going back into this, I would probably change 2 cards out for another barrier and a break. Just because obviously I would get to the point where people would get through my board, they'd get through everything, and then they'd top deck something. So I'd rather that extra sort of negate on top, and it makes it so the combo is less redundant because halfway through the combo you've got all your Infinities out of the deck, you've got no cards to search, but you can still go off. So you can still continuously search. You're still looping and you have nothing to search, so it kind of makes the loop redundant.
It's weird how you're not playing Break, you're not main decking it.
No, so the reason why I'm not playing Break at the moment is because it doesn't really matter about the summon, really. In today's sort of, playing, I'd rather go for the hard negates than because obviously these still remove the body, so you haven't got the problem of removing the body, but you can always threaten a break. By having one of these set, if they haven't seen you search it, they're going to assume this is always the break. So they're going to want to not try and normal summon, so they're going to try and special by using effects, and then obviously you can then flip these over, and obviously stop that. It's just a way to kind of bait them in a way, because they would always think that there's at least a break. If they don't see you search the break and you set a random card, they're always going to assume that is your break.
Okay.
But that's basically it for the main deck.
Yep.
And now going into the extra. So the extra is kind of weird. There's 10 main cards that you want to play, and then you've got 5 flex spots. So the main 10 that you want to play is you want to play a Savage.
Okay.
Yeah, basically you can put it to 4 counters. You play one of the 100 eyes, it copies any theme that it banishes, so that's just funny. One Dugaris.
Yep.
Dugaris is just one of the best extenders. Like, you can either make it a draw 2 if you need to dig into your pieces. You can bring back either a Necromancer or a Archfiend. And then obviously that goes off from there. You can get the effects. One thing I probably would bump to 2 is Levy. There has been many times where I've got like a leftover tour guide or something, and I could, bring back a Mirage and just combo off again.
Yeah.
So more than likely, I would probably bump this to 2. If I did bump this to 2, I would consider playing Pot of Avarice in the main, just as a way to, once you've done the combo, kind of pick it all up and do it again.
Yeah.
Just
And you'll find the Pot of Avarice because you're playing dangers, double dealings,
and you can always set them. So they bluff. So you set them and they think, oh, that's another barrier or that's a break.
Yeah.
So the next card we play is Help. He gets you to your tuner that you miss. 9 out of 10 times he's useful and then he's not, because we don't play so many tuners. It's kind of, if you hit both, it's hit and miss. So then we play the best card, which is the Cherubini.
Yep.
The Free Axis Heaven. This card is just stupid. It's probably one of the best cards in the deck. It just allows you to go off. It allows you to ditch 2 Fiends and then get into your Archfiend.
Yep. It's a good card.
More. One of the other heavy negators is Appaloosa.
Yep.
So you normally get her with 3 to 4 negates at the end of your combo. It's good. It's basically target for interruptions. People will try and get rid of this because effect negation in the format at the moment is just crazy. You've got Drytron, you've got
Upgrade, Fractal.
yeah, you've got loads of stuff where they want to activate it and you're just like, no, you can't play. Next is the free Yugioh. So you don't have to play 3, you can play 2. I will probably drop 1 for a Levy.
Levy. Yeah.
Again, it's just, if you're feeling lucky, you never really use its draw effect. In this build you can, because you're playing more spells and traps, so you're more likely to see a spell on a trap that you can set and then continue to combo. But you normally only use it for its special summon effect, because you'd get rid of obviously your your Necromancer, your Archfiend, and then some other card, and then use your Mirage special it, and then go off. So for the 5 flex spots that we played today, I played 1 Cerberus, 1 Phoenix, 1 Unicorn, 1 IP, 1 Barricade Borg. These 5 cards can be anything. When the next set is technically legal, I will be playing technically 4 fusion targets for that. So I'll be playing 1 instant and then the 3 of the new, basically another instant fusion.
The ready fusions, yeah.
And then those will go in these spots.
So you'd say you'd play 4 fusions?
Yeah, so they can be anything. So anything that's between 2 level 3s and 2 level 4s. So then you've got kind of a mix between, because obviously sometimes you need to make Dugaris, so it's just a way to go into a Dugaris or into a Cherubini.
Oh yeah, makes sense, yeah. It's just a free extender of any level that you need.
Yeah, and then obviously it takes out normal summons, so we can then get away with not playing this, which is nice. And obviously you can cut certain cards that way, because the body of the extender, the problem with this is if you open too many of this, you can't really set this. That was the old, the old gripe of the deck. In 2011, people were setting monsters, So at least these being a spell, you can set the spell. You don't have to use the spell, which is nice. So, yeah, that's everything.
Nice. Thank you for the deck. If you are interested in how Ben did, feel free to pop a comment below. We can update you with his final standings until you find out. It was just nice to see this deck again. I have not seen this deck in so long. Me and Ben talk a lot. I've been hearing about him fishbowling this deck, and it does do some insane boards when it does pop off. But it'd be nice to see some future support and some nice love from the ban list. Anyway, Ben, anything you want to add?
No, that's everything.
Thank you guys for watching. See you next time. Goodbye.